Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast.
Welcome back, guys.
Today's topic is something every student remembers forever.
Oh, yes. The legendary, terrifying, awkward, exciting, confusing, and sometimes embarrassing event.
The first day of high school.
Dun, dun, dun!
Honestly, just hearing first day of high school makes me feel nervous again.
Same. My stomach still remembers the fear. It was like my brain was saying, we are going to a new building, meeting new people, and probably making a fool of ourselves.
Exactly. High school feels like a big upgrade from middle school, but also like being dropped into a place where everyone already knows where to go except you.
Yes. On the first day, you walk in like, I'm confident, I'm mature, I'm ready.
Bro, the schedule on the first day is always suspicious. It's like, first period, room 204. Second period, room 118. Third period, gym. Fourth period, somewhere mysterious.
And the classroom numbers never make sense. You think room 204 is on the second floor, but no, it's on the opposite side of the universe.
Exactly. And then you walk into the wrong classroom and everyone turns to look at you.
That moment is painful. You're standing there like, hi, I belong here. Maybe. I think.
The first day of high school is basically a mix of excitement and panic. You're excited because it's a new beginning, but you're panicking because you don't know where the bathrooms are, where lunch is, or where your dignity went.
Let's be honest, the bathroom question is serious. That is one of the first things students need to know. Not the history classroom, not the science lab, the bathroom.
True. Survival first, education second.
And lunch. Very important. Because if you cannot find the cafeteria, you are not a student anymore. You are a lost traveler.
A hungry lost traveler.
Exactly. And somehow on the first day, everyone pretends they know what they're doing.
That is the funniest part. Nobody knows what they're doing.
Nobody.
But everybody walks like they know.
Yes, some people walk through the hallway like they own the school. Backpack on one shoulder, headphones in, serious face, walking fast like they're late to save the world.
Meanwhile, inside, they are probably thinking, where is biology? Where is my locker? Why does this place have 47 hallways?
And then there's the locker situation.
Oh no, the locker. A full emotional journey.
The locker is always a problem on the first day. You get the combination, and suddenly your hands forget every skill they ever had.
You try the code. Wrong.
That is a deep betrayal.
It really is. And then you stand there like, so the locker just didn't respect me today.
My locker always felt personal. It was like the school was testing me. You want education? Prove you can open this metal box.
And if the locker gets stuck, the panic level instantly goes from 0 to 100.
Yes, because now you're thinking, what if I'm the only person in this school who can't open a locker?
The first day is also the day when you start noticing everyone else's confidence.
And that is dangerous, because most of that confidence is fake.
Very fake.
Someone might be wearing the coolest outfit in school, walking like a celebrity, and talking super confidently, but they are probably just as nervous as you.
Facts. First day fashion is a whole strategy. People spend way too much time deciding what to wear.
Because first impressions matter.
Yes, but also because everyone wants to look like they have their life together.
Even if they're internally screaming.
Exactly. My first day outfit strategy was always simple. Clean clothes, nice shoes, and hope nobody notices the sweat.
That is honest and real.
Did it work?
No idea. I was too busy wondering if I was supposed to wave at people or just act normal.
That is another first day struggle. The social rules.
Yes. What do you do when you see someone you know but are not close with?
Exactly. You cannot ignore them, but you also cannot be too enthusiastic.
So you do that awkward half smile, half nod thing.
The classic, I know you, but not enough to talk for a long time face.
And if they wave, you panic, because now you have to wave back.
And if you wave too hard, it looks weird. If you wave too little, you look rude.
High school social life is basically advanced physics.
Very true.
Then there's the moment when you try to find your classes. Oh my goodness.
That first day hallway traffic is serious business.
It is. People are walking in every direction, laughing, talking, checking phones, opening lockers, dropping books, and somehow you're expected to move with purpose.
Meanwhile, you're holding your schedule like it's a treasure map.
And your face says, "Please, someone tell me where I am."
The funniest thing is when everyone is trying to look calm, but nobody is calm.
Not even the teachers are fully calm.
Some teachers are super cheerful on the first day.
Yes, they are like, "Good morning, students! Welcome to high school."
Meanwhile, the students are thinking, please don't make us introduce ourselves.
Oh no, the introductions.
Worst part.
The teacher says, "Let's go around the room and share your name, one fun fact, and maybe your favorite hobby."
And suddenly, your mind is empty.
Completely blank.
You forget your own name.
You want to say something interesting, but your brain gives you,
That would actually be honest.
still not ideal.
And then there's always one student who says something too impressive.
Yes, like, "Hi, I'm Ethan, and I've already started 3 businesses, play 5 instruments, and speak 4 languages."
And now the rest of the class is like, okay, cool, I can tie my shoelaces and remember my lunch.
Exactly. The pressure is unnecessary.
First day of high school also comes with a lot of emotions. You feel excited because this is a new chapter.
Yes, because high school sounds serious. It sounds like a place where you grow up, meet new friends, join clubs, and maybe discover who you really are.
That's the dream.
But at the same time, you're nervous because everything is new.
New people, new teachers, new rules, new schedule, new building, new everything.
And sometimes the school is so big that it feels like a city.
Exactly. You don't just go to class, you embark on a journey.
A dangerous journey with a backpack.
And maybe a water bottle.
And a lot of hope.
Let's talk about friends on the first day. That's a huge part of it.
Oh, definitely. Some people already have friends from middle school, which helps a lot.
Yes. If you walk into school with one friend, everything feels easier.
Because then you can silently panic together.
That's friendship.
Exactly. You don't even need to say much. Just look at each other like, "Are you lost too?"
But for students who don't know many people, the first day can feel lonely.
That's true. And it's important to remember that almost everyone is nervous. Even the people who look super confident are probably worried about something.
A smile, a simple, hey, is this seat taken? Or, what class do you have next? Can make a big difference.
Yes, sometimes one small conversation turns into a real friendship.
And that is one of the best parts of high school.
Absolutely. Because high school is not just about grades. It is also about people.
Friendships, teamwork, group projects, clubs, sports, memories, and all the funny things that happen when a bunch of teenagers are thrown into one building.
Group projects are a whole separate comedy show.
On the first day, you usually don't get a group project yet,
Thankfully.
but you do get that feeling that they are coming for you later.
Yes, it is like the teacher is smiling now, but in 2 weeks, there will be a project, a quiz, and a reading assignment.
The first day gives you hope.
So true.
I think the first lunch period is one of the biggest tests.
Oh yes, because lunch is where you really find out who you are.
That sounds dramatic, but it is accurate.
You walk into the cafeteria and suddenly every table has a different vibe.
There are the loud tables, the quiet tables, the sports tables, the arts tables, the people who are already laughing like they've known each other since kindergarten, and the people scanning the room like they are choosing a safe zone.
And you're just holding your lunch tray trying not to trip.
That tray feels heavier than it should.
Because it carries emotional weight.
Exactly.
And then there's always something weird in the cafeteria on the first day.
Like what?
Like the pizza is too shiny, the milk is suspiciously cold, and someone always drops a spoon dramatically.
That sound echoes across the cafeteria like a movie scene.
Right. Everyone hears it, but nobody reacts because they are trying to look cool.
Honestly, lunch is when you notice that school is a social ecosystem.
That is a fancy way of saying people are everywhere, and everyone is trying to fit in.
Yes, and fitting in is not about becoming a different person. It is about being comfortable enough to be yourself.
That is such a good point. The first day can make you want to copy everyone else.
Because when you are new, you think, what if I say the wrong thing? What if I wear the wrong thing? What if I sit in the wrong place?
But the truth is, most people are too busy worrying about themselves to judge you as much as you think.
Exactly. Everybody is in their own little first day drama.
And that is comforting.
So let's imagine a student named Alex on the first day of high school.
Okay.
Alex wakes up early, checks the backpack 3 times, looks at the schedule, checks the backpack again, and then asks, do I really need all these notebooks?
The answer is yes, but also no, because half the time you don't know what you need.
Right. Alex leaves the house feeling brave. The bus ride is quiet. Everyone on the bus is pretending not to be nervous.
That's true. Bus rides on the first day are like silent movie scenes.
Then Alex gets to school, sees the giant building, and thinks, this is bigger than I expected.
Always bigger. Schools love being huge and confusing.
Then Alex walks through the doors and gets hit by the sound of lockers, footsteps, talking, and announcements.
The announcements are always strange on the first day.
Yes, the voice comes over the speaker like a robot teacher from the sky.
And you can barely understand half of it because the sound is slightly distorted.
Then Alex finds the first class, sits down, and waits.
This waiting part is important. That is when the imagination starts working overtime.
Yes, Alex starts thinking, what if I make no friends? What if I fail every test? What if I never find chemistry?
And then the teacher walks in and says, "Good morning," and suddenly life is okay again.
For about 5 minutes.
Maybe 10.
Then Alex has to do introductions and wants to disappear.
But then someone else says something even more awkward, and suddenly Alex feels better.
That is the magic of school embarrassment. Somebody else always rescues you by being slightly more awkward.
True friendship begins with shared embarrassment.
That is a quote.
Write that down.
Now, let's talk about the useful part of the first day. What should students focus on?
Good question. First, learn the building. Don't try to memorize everything in one day. Just figure out the main places. Your classes, the bathroom, cafeteria, office, and maybe your locker.
Very important.
Second, don't be afraid to ask for help. Teachers, office staff, and older students usually know where things are.
Yes, asking for help is not embarrassing. Getting lost and pretending you are not lost is more embarrassing.
Exactly.
Third, be friendly. You do not need to become best friends with everyone immediately, but a simple smile can go a long way.
And fourth, do not panic if the day feels messy. The first day is supposed to feel a little messy.
That's real.
Because you are learning a whole new routine. Nobody becomes perfect on day 1.
Also, be patient with yourself.
Yes, that is important. High school is a big change, and it takes time to adjust.
At first, even small things feel huge.
Like opening a locker, finding your seat, or knowing where to go after lunch.
Then, after a few weeks, everything starts to feel normal.
And one day you realize you are walking through the halls without thinking, and that is when you know you've adapted.
The scariest thing becomes ordinary.
Exactly. And later, you even start remembering the funny stuff from the first day.
Like the time you walked into the wrong class and acted like it was intentional.
Or when you asked someone for directions and they were also new.
Or when you spent 10 minutes trying to open a locker while a crowd gathered like it was a live performance.
That one is especially painful.
But funny later.
Very funny later.
Honestly, the first day of high school is a rite of passage.
Yes, it is the beginning of a new chapter where you start learning more about yourself, your friends, your strengths, your fears, and maybe even what kind of person you want to become.
That sounds deep for a podcast about lockers and lunch trays.
Hey, high school is serious business.
It is. It shapes a lot of memories. Some are stressful, some are exciting, and some are just plain hilarious.
And those memories stay with you forever.
So, if someone is about to start high school and feels nervous, what would you say?
I would say this. It is completely normal to feel scared. Everyone feels that way at first. Be kind to yourself. Keep an open mind, and remember that nobody expects you to know everything on day one.
That is perfect.
And I would also say, eat breakfast, charge your phone, bring a pen, and don't forget where your class is.
Very practical advice.
Thanks, I'm wise.
You are wise and slightly dramatic.
As all true friendship begins with shared embarrassment.
Favorite part of the first day?
Meeting new people and realizing you are not the only nervous one.
Worst part?
Trying to figure out where to go while everyone seems to know already.
Most embarrassing moment possible.
Walking into the wrong classroom and saying, "Oops, wrong universe."
That is actually kind of funny.
I know. I'm helping the listeners cope.
All right, listeners, that is our conversation about the first day of high school.
We hope it made you laugh, feel a little less nervous, and remember that everybody starts somewhere.
The first day may feel big, scary, and confusing.
But it is also the start of something exciting.
A new place, new friends, new lessons.
And a lot of funny memories waiting to happen.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
See you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.